Welcome to the 23rd of November, the year 2050. How's it feel? Cool, huh? Well, now that we have reached the target date of 2050 that we set for redesigning life on Earth, it seems an appropriate moment to look back and ask, how did we get here? Well, exactly 41 years ago, DesignSingapore invited 9 masters of design from around the world to establish design studios to create a vision of what life should be like in 2050. And so they did. They put together studios, and each studio chose a topic of its own selection. And these ranged from farming, farm production, food production, mobility, entertainment, to sustainable cities, production, consumption. The way they did it was to imagine successful life on the planet in 2050. And to do that by creating visions, representations, simulations, scenarios, narratives, enactments that would bring to life what it might be like in 2050, and make that compellingly alive for those of us then in 2009. You know, most people think about the future in a certain way. Most people think about the future as a, let's see, which direction is the future for you? The future's over there for you, right? They think about the future as a kind of linear extension of the present, based on what is known today. Designers and scenario planners think differently about the future. They don't think about the future as something to be predicted or forecast. They think about the future as something to be created, to be invented. So designers and scenario planners go at the future a different way. The future, again, it's over here, right? They take an imaginative leap into a possible future. It's what scenario planners call a normative future. It's the future we want, the future that could, should, can be, the future that we invent. Back in 2009, it was a time when fundamental assumptions underlying unlimited industrial growth and limitless production and consumption, when these assumptions were being called into question by economic and environmental disruptions. Forecasters warned us that by the year 2050, if all 9 billion people on the planet had the same material standard of living as the most developed nations, it would require the resources of 4 planet Earths to support them. Not a very encouraging calculus. So Design2050, which was the name we gave to this collection of design studio future propositions Design2050 was a call to action to designers. We're designers, after all, are people who are responsible to a great extent for the material culture within which we live. And so this was a challenge to demonstrate how we might be able to move from an economic model of more is better to a model of better is better. So, what we'd like to do, for those of you who weren't there, is give you the opportunity to reenact what happened during those 3 fateful days in Singapore in November of 2009. So we're going to make use of the extraordinary technology that we have today in 2050. Space-time holodecks, which we all know as STEX. We're going to use STEX technology to go back from 2050 to 2009 and reenact moment by moment exactly what happened on those 3 days. So here we go. Fasten your STEX transporter belts. And we're going to go back from the 23rd of November 2050 to the 23rd of November 2009. See you there. Have a great trip.